Hey Steve, so this video explains the Always in Stone import feature. I'm going to go kind of quick because I'm trying to get this done before I head out, but so this is the WP admin. I made some changes to the format. Basically what I did is I standardized everything. Instead of worrying about one character, two character, whatever, everything's just considered like a section or a component separated by an underscore. So this can be any number of letters. If he wants to use 2-letter codes, then he can use 2-letter codes. If they want to use one, whatever. If they want to mix them, it all works. So style, status, color, and theme name, and keyword are all the different sections. The first four, or the first five rather, including up to name, are required. If he doesn't include keywords, that's fine, but the system will make sure that all these are here. If he ever wants to do multiples of anything, he can just add, except the name, he can add a plus sign. So keyword plus keyword plus keyword. If he had a system, or if he had an image rather that had two colors, he could just do color 1 plus color 2. So components are sections of the file name separated by underscores, and then within a section of that he can use multiples, just putting a plus sign, and that works for any of the fields except, of course, name. So this is the import area, the posts area rather, and you can see all those things are custom taxonomies. So here's his status, stat high, and yep, they're all here. If I edit any one of these, you'll see there's an additional field added to the category called import code. And import code is whatever's put here is what you would put in that section of the file name. So he can, if he adds new categories, he can provide his own import code, or he can go in and edit them. We can also, we can probably make it a little easier, I think we can add a column here that shows it if you want, or he can just maintain these. These should all be in there, except themes. It looked like themes were... There was a comment about themes before as well, that it would have to be edited online, so I'm not sure if these were intended to be included or not. But it's easy to add if that was supposed to be included. There just weren't codes, so I ignored this for now. Okay, so that's there, and I kind of wrote it all out, but that's the logic here. Each section is separated with a single underscore. Multiple values inside a section are separated with a plus sign. And then this is how you edit those. As far as importing, so right now there's no post here. I'm going to go to this new option, AIS bulk upload. I just have a couple test images here. These have the first components. I just put XX for theme because we don't have that set up yet. And the uploader really couldn't be easier. I'm going to take this file. This one's not named according to our convention. I'm just going to drag it in there. And you should see, there you go, upload failed. That should be enough for him to notice. If he sees that and the funky message, the file name that's not adhering, that should be enough. Now I'm going to take one of these correctly. Actually, I'm going to rename this crop field 2, just so you can see something. I'm going to actually select both of these. So these should both be correctly named, and I'll just go ahead and drag both of them in, and it just uploads them. There's 2 successful uploads, and it's confirmed. It has confirmed the components. So if I go into posts now, so here's our crop field and our crop field 2, and those just come from these file names, crop field 2, crop field, and it has assigned the correct tags. And if I edit one, yeah, there's a really great plugin called Admin Columns that lets you customize the columns, including custom fields. If we're not using it already, I think everyone on the team should probably know about that. So that's just Admin Columns. So crop field, here we go. File name, the image has been assigned, so that's this one. So that worked correctly. You can see it's been given Galaxy Black, Infant Child, Boulder Series, and that just corresponds to these. And if I was to look at the other one, then that would of course be different. And then the last thing I can demonstrate is if I go into library, the preview should be here, but either way, the file names did work, and I'm pretty sure if I click on one of these, Yeah, okay. So the image is fine. Maybe that just needs the thumbnails refreshed. I'm not sure. But so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to show you what happens if I replace an image. So I'm going to take this file name and I'm going to rename this one that we didn't upload. And I'm just going to put plus keyword 3 just so that it doesn't, it has a different file name. But the important thing here is it has the same name, crop field. We discussed this a couple times about whether there'd be a unique field. We never came to a conclusion, so for now, that's what it's based on. If Fred wants to add an ID or something, that's fine. He'll just need to, come up with those. Okay, so this should replace crop field. So let me go back to posts. Let me go back to the bulk uploader. And let me just drag in this new one. Okay, and it's a file identifier crop field. So now I'm going to go back to posts. And we see the crop field now has 3 keywords, which is consistent with what we just put. And if I edit it, you'll see it has the new image and anything else. This would have all been updated if I had changed anything else. And I guess the final component is if I go to media library, you will see that it did not, it deleted the old image and uploaded the new image, so it'll keep the system tidy, so if he replaces images, it won't leave the deleted images floating around in the system. And yeah, so I'm really happy with how it came out. Please give feedback. Let me know what Fred thinks. I think this uploader worked just beautifully on the very first try. Well, I mean, it took a while to implement, but it worked amazingly well. It gives a very WordPress style. This might even be the uploader that WordPress uses, I don't know. But the fact that you can take an entire folder of images and just do that and it will just upload them is, I think, great and going to work really well for them. So